Hello everybody, the Lord Gnome is here.
I saw in you what someone once saw in me.
Today I am going to be reviewing a follow-up to probably one of the biggest fan favorites in all of comic book films, and that of course is Matthew Vaughn's directed Kingsmen: The Golden Circle, starring Colin Firth, Taron Egerton, Jeff Bridges, Channing Tatum, Mark Strong, Halle Berry, and Julianne Moore. So if you were a fan of the first film, the film Kingsman: The Secret Service, which was one of the biggest surprises in all of comic book films, I'm sure that you were really excited to see this sequel. I know that I was, and from what I had seen in the trailers, I was really excited to see this movie, especially considering the fact that we were going to get a look at a American version of Kingsman. And another person who was very excited about this film was my wife, because she adores the first Kingsman, so going to see this new one was going to be a real treat for us. Even though I had heard a couple of negative things about this film, it wasn't going to stop us from seeing a movie that we felt that we were going to have fun with, for the least of it, if the movie was not going to end up being a decent film. But I gotta tell you that when we went to go see this movie, we didn't think that it was any better than the first movie. We didn't think that it was exactly as good as the first Kingsman, but we still had a ton of fun with this movie. Taron Egerton once again turns on the Kingsman charm and gives us a fun performance with some excellent action sequences. Mark Strong, of course, delivers his witty banter, and all the newest additions to the cast definitely pulled their weight. I still feel that one of the things that I was a little upset about was the fact that we didn't get enough of Channing Tatum and Jeff Bridges. I would have loved to see them a little bit more, but it still was a very fun movie. I actually enjoyed the premise. I thought that the plot was very interesting. It's actually something that is very relevant today in the political spectrum, and I thought that as the villainess, Julianne Moore did a really good job. She was very much on par with Samuel L. Jackson's performance in terms of the over-the-top comic book villainy, and she just had a little bit of this bad girl charm that was just very appealing to me, and I thought that she was very, very funny. I also would say that one of the biggest surprises in this movie was Elton John. I was very curious as to what his role was going to be, and I didn't know how much of him we were going to see, but we got some of the funniest moments from him. But one of the few things that was very impressive was the fact that it took a lot of twists and a lot of things that may not have necessarily made sense if you had seen them in the trailer or were curious about them. The way that they actually managed to fill in those gaps and make those moments that didn't make sense were very well done, and it was just an overall fun film. Once again, not as strong as the first one, but still a lot of fun to watch. And I would highly recommend this movie, especially if you enjoyed the first one. I also am curious to see where this story is going to go, especially with Eggsy, because of the fact that he has a lot more dimensions to his character in this film, because it's more than just being a Kingsman, it's also about living life, and we get a lot of positive messages in regards to how his character continues to grow. Could there possibly be more Kingsman films? I personally would feel satisfied with the two that we have, but if this is going to spawn another 2 or 3 sequels, I am going to welcome it, because I'm really curious to see where this story will go. And if there is a third one at the moment, would they actually rope the Statesman back into this amazing story? Because I liked where they parted ways and at the same time sort of united in a way at the very end of the film. I am planning to see this movie numerous times. I have to have this movie on DVD because it is just as fun to watch as the first one. I am going to be giving Kingsman: The Golden Circle 3 stars out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Put your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Kingsman: The Golden Circle, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.